What is up, you guys? You're watching Sergio Secrets, and before I get started with today's video, if you can please give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. I post a video every single day on fashion and contemporary fashion. If that interests you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you never miss any one of my uploads. And today's video was a requested video. I asked you guys last week what are some of the videos that you guys want to see on my channel, and one of the videos that I keep getting asked to post is what are classic items that you will never buy or never buy again. Last night I was thinking, and I have about 10 things. They could be brands or a particular item, and some of these may be shockers that I've talked about on my channel that I love, but some of them are just not for me. So let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, these are my opinions, these are my thoughts. If you love any of these items, continue to wear them, continue to love them. There's only one thing on this list that I feel like I don't like at all and I would give major side-eye to. Other than that, everything else, it's your money, hard for it, so spend it how you like and wear anything that you want to wear. Yeah, so just take my opinion with a grain of salt. First classic thing that I don't like and that I will probably never buy again is anything Louis Vuitton Monogram or Louis Vuitton in general. So I know earlier this year I had the multi-pochette. I used it for about 6 months, but I just found that the monogram just really clashed and it really wasn't discreet. When I'm walking the streets at night, when I'm doing my thing, you know, I don't really like that monogram to grab attention, and I don't like how monogram, I feel a little bit too much for my tasting. To have a little bit more minimal branding, and the Louis Vuitton monogram is something that I've always kind of felt out of love with. When I got the multi-pochette, you know, I had a little bit of a moment. Now since that moment has ended, I don't see myself purchasing anything at Louis Vuitton in the future. I sold every single piece that I had. I only have the key pouch, and the only reason why I have the key pouch is because I'm trying to find a substitute for that item, but honestly I haven't found anything that I like or that will wear as nicely as a Louis Vuitton key clay. So if there's anything that you guys recommend as a key pouch that you love, definitely let me know down below. But for me, I am trying to find a substitution, and after I do, I will sell my key clay. But Louis Vuitton just does not do it for me. I don't really like the monogram. I just don't understand. People go crazy over Louis Vuitton fashion, but there's where I kind of draw the line. But for me, Louis Vuitton is not something that I am a fan of at all. There's some nice bags that I can appreciate, like the Louis Vuitton Capuchins. There are bags that I like the Louis Vuitton Neverfull, the Speedy. I do think those are classic and iconic, but it's just not for me, not for my style. The second thing that I'm going to be talking about is going to be anything Gucci Marmont. So I've been the victim of Gucci Marmont items, from belts to handbags. And I had a velvet Marmont bag earlier this year. I used it and then I got it stained and I felt so bad, so I ended up selling it. But for me, Gucci Marmont, I just don't like the GG on it. I don't like the color of the hardware. I wish it was a little bit more shinier or a little bit more antique looking. It was kind of like that funny in between kind of color. I don't really want to have like GG initials. Like, I feel like for me the belt is a little overplayed, but I feel like it's still a classic. It's still going to be around for the next couple of years. So if you have it and you love it, continue wearing it, do you, boo. But for me, I'm just kind of over the Gucci Marmont. It's just I felt like I bought the Gucci Marmont to fit in and to kind of just say that I'm part of that kind of Gucci club and to not feel left out. And now within the last 6 months, my style has definitely changed, where I genuinely buy things because I like them. I feel like I was buying Gucci Marmont collection for the wrong reasons, and it wasn't something that I genuinely liked myself for my style. So therefore I got rid of all my Gucci Marmont things, and going forward I don't see myself purchasing any Gucci Marmont items in the future. I do like the Gucci Jackie bag. I do like the Gucci Suki bag. There are a few Gucci bags that I like in collections, but just the Gucci Marmont in particular is just something that I'm not the biggest fan of. And like I said, I fought for the wrong reasons and it put a sour taste in my mouth, so I don't think I would see myself ever purchasing Gucci Marmont for myself in the future. The thing that's classic that I will never buy is Michael Kors Monogram. So I know I've been a little bit critical on Michael Kors in the past. I will say I do like some of their handbags and some of their collections. Let me know if you want me to do a Michael Kors video on my channel. I would love to do that. But I do like their ready-to-wear, especially Michael Kors collection. I feel like they make some beautiful ready-to-wear pieces. I do like some of their shoes and some of their items. The reason that I kind of stopped shopping Michael Kors was saturation of the product. I could go into anywhere and purchase Michael Kors items, and I felt like they kind of lost their kind of core customer, and I feel like they're kind of changing that, you know, a little bit more in 2020. The thing that I will never buy from Michael Kors again are going to be Michael Kors monogram items. For me, though, I just don't really like a lot of monogram bags. I just feel like monogram doesn't really do it for me. So I have had Michael Kors monogram handbags in the past. I had the black one, I had the white one, I had the brown one, and backpacks and crossbody and all these different styles. But I just felt like back then I kind of the same thing with Gucci Marmont. I felt like I bought it to fit in, and I genuinely didn't really care for Michael Kors monogram. Now I do like a lot of Michael Kors Saffiano products, like the, who remembers the Selma when it came out? I really wanted it, but I felt like I had to get the monogram Michael Kors handbag to fit in. And so for me, I will probably revisit Michael Kors in the future, in the very, very near future, but going forward, I don't think Michael Kors monogram is going to be something that's classic, because it has been around for many years and people still wear it, so I do consider it a classic for the brand, and that's not something that I will buy in the future. Which is going to be a shocker, because some people may think that, oh my god, this is the holy grail watches. Something that's classic that I will probably never buy is going to be a Rolex watch. Something about watches that are round now doesn't do it for me now. I've been into square watches. I have a few Michelle watches that are square, and now that I have square watches, because, you know, when I was a lot younger, fossil watches and stuff like that, and my mom would always tell me like the square ones look more kind of older, like something my grandpa would wear, so I would always wear more round watches. And now that I have more of my style, I definitely prefer the look of a square watch. And I believe Rolex doesn't have any square watches, and I don't want to go and pay thousands and thousands of dollars for a watch that honestly I won't feel happy using it. I feel like the next watch that I would purchase would probably be the Cartier Tank watch, and after that I feel like that's my holy grail watch. I don't need any more watches. But for me, I just don't like round watches, and I don't really care for Rolex watches, to be honest. If I got one gifted, honestly, I would tell the person to return it. Probably donate the money to like a animal shelter. That's how much I don't really care for Rolex watches in general. I feel like it doesn't really do it for me. When I see one, I can appreciate it. I can be like, that's a beautiful watch. But me personally, I prefer my square watches, and I'm really content with my Michelle watches. So yeah, that's quite a shocker. Rolex watches just don't really do it for me. Classic item that I would never purchase is going to be Chanel costume jewelry. The reason why I will never purchase Chanel costume jewelry, I'm a person that I'm always on the go, I'm always on the move, and there have been times where I've worn costume jewelry in the shower without me forgetting, or going into the pool, or me being in a situation where the item could tarnish. And so I wouldn't trust myself to have costume jewelry from Chanel and it gets tarnished, and costume jewelry from Chanel is absolutely crazy expensive. And for me, I feel like there's better things out there, and if I do want Chanel jewelry, I would go to the fine route, but to be a lot, but I feel like I would stop my Chanel craze. You know, I like the Chanel clothing, the Chanel shoes, the Chanel handbags, but I think I draw the line at Chanel costume jewelry. For me, I just don't think it's worth it, and for me, I'd rather have sterling silver, I'd rather have stainless steel, gold jewelry than to have costume jewelry. And yeah, I'm just too clumsy. I cannot trust myself, and I'll probably get that tarnished faster than I can say the word tarnish. So yeah, I don't think Chanel costume jewelry is something that I see myself purchasing in the future, or just costume jewelry in general that's over a certain price point. I just don't see myself ever spending that amount of money on that item. I think this one's going to be the biggest shocker, you guys. The next classic item that I will never purchase are Tory Burch Miller sandals. And you're like, Sergio, you talk about Tory Burch Miller sandals all the time. Miller season got extended. You know, I want to wear my Miller sandal chanclas. I love Tory Burch Miller sandals, but the reason why I would never purchase one for myself is because I have such a wide foot, guys. I have tried Miller sandals in size 9, 10, 11, and in different colors, variations, and they just don't flatter me. I think in general, open-toed shoes don't flatter me at all. My mom has so many Miller sandals. Every time I see one that I kind of like, I always buy it for her. It's like blue ones, pink ones, black ones, tan ones, rainbow ones. Like, she has a lot of Tory Burch Miller sandals, and I get so happy me seeing her with their Miller sandals. But for me personally, I have really ugly kind of feet, and I have such a wide feet, and I think the world would be a better place if I just wore a sneaker or a bootie or a loafer. You know, I think the most that I would show is maybe the back of my heel, but I don't think people really want to see my toes, just because it's kind of weird, and I have such a wide foot. So I think for me, I appreciate the Miller sandals on a lot of my friends and family. A lot of you guys wear Miller sandals and style them really well. They just don't look good on me. So when I put them on, it looks like the TB laser cut is about to like pop off. That's how wide my foot is. So Miller sandals will probably be something that I probably will not buy in this lifetime. Who knows, they may come with a variation or size that will maybe look good on me, but for the future, as of now, sandals is a classic item that I'll probably never purchase. Into the same category as footwear, another thing that I would never purchase are Gucci slides. And for me, the reason why I don't buy Gucci slides is because a lot of them have screen printing on them. So for example, this shoe right here has a screen printing, and the reason why I will never spend over $250 or $300 or even over $150 on a slide is just because they don't wear nice over time. I only have one designer slide, and I bought it about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, and it's the Valentino Rockstud slide. And even then, I like the purchase, I do use the purchase, but I still look at myself like, why did I buy this? I bought my wings when it's $300, and I believe now it's $425, which is absolutely insane for rubber slides. And I like them, but the Gucci ones are just the ones that I don't look like they wear the best. You know, sometimes when I go grocery shopping, when I'm just out and about, I see a lot of people try to dress up a Gucci slide that's plastic. I feel like you can't really dress up a slide. You have to you have to play down a lot. And they just don't look the nice, they don't wear the best. So for me, that's not something that I would ever buy for myself, or that I would ever even give out as a gift. I know at one point my brother wanted some Gucci slides, and I told him absolutely not, that's not something that you should buy. And I ended up buying him some Adidas slides, and he's 100% happy with those. Gucci slides are a classic item because it's been out for so many years. It's something that I will not buy for myself. Next thing is going to be Balenciaga anything. So I did talk about brands that I kind of fell out of love with, and I did talk about like Chanel and stuff, but now I kind of love Chanel again. But I'll leave that video linked down below. But I talked about Balenciaga, and I still get questions asked to this day. Are you still in love with Balenciaga, or are you not? And for me, when I go on Balenciaga's Instagram, when I look at their social media, it just looks a little too juvenile for my tasting. Now, I know I'm 20. I would like to consider myself a very mature 20-year-old. I, you know, take care of everything. I do everything myself. So I would like to say I'm a very dependent person. And when I look at the Balenciaga's Instagram page, and just the way they're marketing and just the way everything is, it just looks a little too juvenile for my tasting. And so therefore, it doesn't match my aesthetic. And there's other brands by Kering. So Kering is a conglomerate, so it's Gucci, Saint Laurent, Balenciaga, Bottega Veneta. Out of all the brands that are under Kering, I see myself more as like a Bottega Veneta or like a Saint Laurent or even a Gucci for Balenciaga. I feel like Balenciaga back then, a couple years back, 10 years ago, was completely different to what it is now. It always was like a little bit fun, a little quirky, but I feel like they've definitely taken this new social media age with like t-shirts and stuff like that. And I know I had like a Balenciaga hoodie like 2 months ago. I bought it just because I really liked the color, and then I sold it like within a week. But for me, I just don't see myself purchasing anything Balenciaga. The branding Balenciaga on a shoe, on a handbag, doesn't really do anything for me. It doesn't elevate me. It doesn't do anything for my lifestyle. And like I said, I think if anything, it takes me a step down for just my style, my aesthetic. So I don't see myself purchasing anything Balenciaga handbag on. I may look at the items when I'm shopping or if I do a vlog, but me taking out my cards to buy a Balenciaga item, I don't think I see myself ever doing that in the near future. Ninth thing is going to be Acne Studio logo tops, or just anything with this logo. So as you can see, it's kind of like a face, right? But I just don't like that face. Like, something about that face kind of like makes me feel some type of way, and I just don't like the little Acne Studio little face on it. Like, I know they have hoodies, they have shirts, they have hats, they have so many things that incorporate this kind of face on Acne Studios products, and for me, I know it's very classic and it's very Acne Studios, but for me, it does absolutely nothing to me or my style. And I feel like I just feel like it's just at all. And I always get asked what are my opinions on it. And for me, unfortunately, I don't know. I don't like the way the face is. I don't like the way it is. So I don't see myself ever purchasing anything that's classic Acne Studios with that logo, because it makes me feel some type of way. I just cannot put my finger around it. I just don't like the way it's proportioned. Like, I just don't like it. I don't know, it makes me feel some type of way, but maybe that's just me because I'm weird. But yeah, that's a classic item that I will never buy from Acne Studios. So in this list from 1 to 9, you know, these things could change throughout the years. You know, I'm 20, so maybe when I'm 30, 40, 45, my opinions can taste, brands could change, things could change. So, you know, I'm doing this as of today, but there's one brand that for the rest of my life, from the rest of my beautiful life, that I will never purchase from, I will never support, I will never buy it for a gift, I will never do anything that has to do with this brand, is Dolce & Gabbana. I feel like people tend to forget, especially a lot of these mega publications, forget, you know, a year ago about the Dolce & Gabbana drama. Many negative things that I can't agree with and I can't stand with, and with my brand and with my morals and my integrity is not something that I would ever support. So for example, last year they had a show in Shanghai and they had this whole feast. They were discussing comments towards a certain group of people. They said things about the gay community. They said things about so many different people. Just so many things has happened with brand as Dolce & Gabbana. I just feel like I can never be behind a brand like that. And every time I see influencers or every time I see people that get paid or get gifted Dolce & Gabbana, I definitely question their integrity, because why would you want to support a brand like that? And for me, I think they make some beautiful clothing here and there, but for me, like especially like these sneakers here, like every time I see them, I just think that they're the ugliest sneakers ever. I'm sorry guys, like they're negatively about brands, but there's one brand that I could roast 24/7. It's probably Dolce & Gabbana. All my friends know that I don't like Dolce & Gabbana, and we always make little jokes here and there, but Dolce & Gabbana is just such a problematic brand, and I'm not usually part of the cancel culture and stuff like that, but I think they've been giving way too many opportunities to make themselves up and to validate themselves to us as the consumers, and I feel like they keep on making mistakes. So therefore, I would never see myself ever purchasing anything Dolce & Gabbana. I've had some Dolce & Gabbana pieces in my collection in the past. Everything got either trashed, donated, or sold. So I don't, Dolce & Gabbana will never be a brand that you will see Sergio's Secret support. Dolce & Gabbana offered me $100,000, $10,000, or even offered me a handbag to review on my channel or to accept. I would never ever accept it. My integrity matters a lot more than any superficial item or any number on a check. Guys, I definitely question a lot of influencers and bloggers that still stand behind Dolce & Gabbana. I just feel you will never recover from the things that they've said and done. It's the way they handle situations. It's just so much, guys. But I will be doing a video on brands that I don't support and why, and I'll be going super detail on Dolce & Gabbana. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but months, I want to say 4 months since I purchased anything from Victoria's Secret, I have not stepped foot into a Victoria's Secret. I think I stepped in one time during COVID when they first opened up, but ever since then I have not purchased anything. I have not even been inside the store. My credit card has been sitting in a drawer. It's been paid off, and I just cannot support Victoria's Secret anymore. And it goes super deeper than what you would think in that video, because there's a few brands that I will never support. But yeah, Dolce & Gabbana, I believe, you know, they are a classic brand. They've been around for so many years, but unfortunately, the way that they are as a company, as the founders of the brand, I can never be a part of, and I will never stand for anything like that. So yeah, guys, these are gonna be 10 classic things or items or brands that I will probably not purchase in the future. And I know this may be a little bit controversial. I know some people may give me the side, but for me, I like to be 100% transparent in the thoughts and the opinions that I say. So I would love to hear your thoughts. Is there any brands that you don't support? Is there anything that's classic that you don't really like? I would love to hear down below. You know, if you don't like Dior, I would love to hear why you don't like Dior. If you don't like Tory Burch, I would love to hear why you don't like Tory Burch. Just keep it respectable, guys. But yeah, these are going to be 10 things, 10 classic items or brands that I will never purchase from again and why. Let's keep the conversation going down below in the comment section. I'll post some of the greatest sell links because the sell links change from video to video. So if you want to know any good designer deals, definitely check the links in my description box. And I post a video every single day, so give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate each and every single one of you guys for taking the time to watch my videos. Los quiero mucho. And I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video, en mañana's video. So take care, you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow at 12 o'clock Texas time. Bye guys, and take care.